Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jack. Today I am following in my American sports exploring and today we're going to be looking at NASCAR. We did some rally driving. I'm going to do some Dakar because someone asked for that, but someone asked me to do some NASCAR driving, and I'll be honest, I'm British, so Americans don't take offense to this. I mean no harm. The joke of NASCAR is you go very fast and only turn left. Relax. I mean no harm when I say so. The amount of people in American football videos that clearly didn't watch the beginning and they're like, how can you compare this to rugby? Anyway, ridiculous. I like Formula 1, I like rally driving. I'd like to expand my knowledge and learn about NASCAR. All I know is very large cars, very large powerful engines, motors as Americans call them. And it's usually like 500 laps. I know it's only a circle, but 500 laps is a fair old whack. So, if you are new around here, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know where you're from in the comments. Let me know if you like NASCAR. Let me know what I should watch next. And without further ado, let's watch some NASCAR.
It's fast, it's loud, and it's about as...
An English person telling me about NASCAR. This is why the guy linked me this one, that would be why. Connor, I appreciate you for sending me this. An English person,
as
okay.
American as it gets. I'm talking, of course, about NASCAR. To many people over here in Europe, NASCAR seems somewhat impenetrable as a series. I mean, stages? Playoffs? Competition cautions? But
what?
With the
NASCAR
NASCAR
playoffs in
Cup
racing?
off-season in full swing, I thought it would be a great idea to try and introduce it to some of you folk who may not be so familiar with the series. This is the beginner's guide to NASCAR.
Oh, F1 fan. So the guy likes F1. Maybe you can explain it to me then. A beginner's guide. Thank you, F1 fan 001. I appreciate it.
The NASCAR Cup Series held its first race on June the 19th, 1949 in Charlotte, North Carolina, which makes it officially older than Formula 1. Since then, a lot has changed in the sport, going from nearly showroom-fresh street cars that still had the bench seats and the AM radios installed, all the way to today's high-tech space-frame chassis monsters. Modern cars feature a 358 cubic inch naturally aspirated V8 engine, which transmits power to the rear wheels through a 4-speed H-pattern gearbox.
Right, so they're V8. This might be an old video, I don't know the modern ones, I don't know if these are the modern cars. But they're all rear wheel drive and they're all V8. Do they have to fit within like the 6 litre engine capacity, or can you have more than that? You'll probably tell me, I apologise.
Double wishbone suspension is featured with a live rear axle at the rear. Driving aids such as traction control and anti-lock brakes are prohibited. The space frame chassis is covered in a 24 gauge sheet metal body that has to conform to strict templates for each manufacturer and is customised for each type of track visited. The NASCAR Cup Series visits 4 main types of track, each one with entirely different requirements in terms of setups and racing style. The most common is the Speedway. These are between 1 and 2 miles in length and can vary in shape, from the D shape of Charlotte in Kentucky to the more paperclip shape of Homestead, Miami. These are seen as the standard track in NASCAR and boomed from the late 1990s to today. Despite being the most modern tracks, fans often lament the fact that the tracks are somewhat samey and offer less interesting racing than the other circuits.
I was going to say, I didn't even know there was a difference
tracks that produce
between a
mediocre
paperclip
racing
and a
replacing
circular
classic venues we all know and love.
oval one.
See, F1 fans, we aren't alone after all. Next up are the short tracks.
They have
These
started
ovals are
introducing
less than
like
1 mile in length,
turns and
include
stuff. I've seen that in a
Martinsville
few.
Speedway and Richmond Raceway in Virginia, as well as Bristol Speedway in Tennessee. NASCAR short track racing offers close contact racing and a very high level of intensity from start to finish, which often leads to drama both on the track.
Oh, that's... Oh! Oh!
And off the track.
Yeah. See, I think I need to look this up because you know, like when sports people have fights, unless it's a fighting sport, it's usually just like, it's all just pushes and shoving. And do they actually get down? Do they throw punches? That would be hilarious to see people getting laid out on the side of a fucking track.
Up third are the road courses because yes, NASCAR does feature
These are the
right
ones I
turns,
think I've
and
seen.
yes, it does race in the rain on these tracks, although not on the ovals because, well,
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Whoa!
the series mixes up both oval-derived road courses like the ones at Daytona and Charlotte, as well as the likes of Watkins Glen, Sonoma Raceway, and, as of 2021, the Circuit of the Americas.
See, I know Daytona
Finally,
and
there
Sonoma
are the
because those
super
are obviously
speedways.
like super
The
famous
super speedways
tracks.
of Daytona and Talladega are probably what you would think of
Talladega?
first when someone
Talladega
mentions
Nights.
NASCAR. The circuits are high speed
Ricky Bobby,
and all about
baby.
staying in the draft from the car in front. The result is incredible pack
you're not
racing,
first,
with huge
you're
lines of cars
last.
going 2, 3 and sometimes even 4 wide for lap after lap, and then occasionally causing a massive pile-up.
Jeez!
On a side
So
note,
we've learnt the
you may
cars,
notice
we've learnt the
something
courses.
different about the cars when they compete on the short tracks. On ovals over 1.3 miles in length, the cars will run at 550 brake horsepower and have a large rear spoiler. At 8 inches tall, it is so high that at the top a transparent section
That's
has to be
insane.
included so that the drivers can see something other than their own
See,
car
yep.
in their rear view mirror. This large spoiler creates lots of drag and aids drafting and overtaking at the bigger tracks. In contrast, at the short tracks, the rear spoiler is reduced to 2 3/4 inches in height, and power is increased to 750 brake horsepower to ensure that dirty air doesn't become an obstacle to good racing at the tracks without the large straights to allow for drafting.
750 brake
Right then,
horsepower
with that
on a less than
out
1
of the
mile
way,
track.
It's
That's
finally time to throw the
insane.
green flag and start the race. If you're coming straight from watching Formula One, it's worth remembering that the excitement in the race tends to be the reverse of Formula One's. The most exciting laps tend to be right towards the finish, so just settle in and enjoy for now. Okay, so we're a short
guessing it's
way
a
into
game
the
of
race.
patience
The order
and
has settled for the
consistency,
time
isn't
being,
it?
and what's this? A caution. Is there rain on our speedway? No. Is there debris around? No. Has a car crashed somewhere? Nope. This is a competition caution. The competition caution has been seen
what?
a lot through 2020 thanks to the scrapping of qualifying practice sessions. But in a
2020, so
normal
this is
race,
the
it
2020.
is only really thrown if there's been a change in the track conditions since qualifying, usually brought about by overnight rain. It allows the teams to come in and adjust the setups of their cars to suit the new conditions and to change tyres. Ordinarily,
Makes
cars
sense,
would
you've
lose
got to think
a
of the
lap
safety
leader
of the
in most
driver.
tracks if they pitted under green flag conditions, so teams would be hesitant to come in and make the changes. Under all cautions, the first car that is a lap down
Everyone can come
is
in.
allowed to unlap itself, which is known as the free pass.
What?
So
So
the
if you're a
caution
lap
period's
down,
exhausted, and it's
You're
almost
back
time
in
for
it
the
if a
restart.
caution flag goes.
On the final lap, under caution, the choose cone comes into effect. This is a painted V shape on the track just after the start-finish line. Drivers will need to make a tactical choice on whether to take the preferred racing line on the restart or take the worst line but perhaps start in a higher position as a result. It's only a minor rule introduced in 2020, but so far it's actually really mixed up the running order and produced
is it to split the track? Ooh,
now,
I like that.
Every motorsport fan around the world has experienced the same conversation with someone at some point in their
I
lives.
like that.
You know, the one that usually comes to an abrupt end when the other person says something like, I don't know, I only watch the first and last laps because they're the only interesting ones. Well,
no
a
gun
few years
violence
ago
here.
in a NASCAR
YouTube,
meeting in
don't
some
block me.
swanky hotel, no doubt, they were having a big discussion about that exact thing. So, how do we get people to watch more of the race if they're only interested in the first and last laps? I know, you've just got to have more of them first laps and last laps, ain't you? You know, oh, if you excuse me, I'm off to the bar on the company credit card. Wait, that's absolutely genius! Jenkins, you're a madman!
Sometimes British humour hits perfectly, and then other times you just find yourself sitting there in silence, like all of you watching this.
And that's kind of how we ended up with stage racing. The race is broken up by the green and white checkered flag 2 times in every race, apart from the Coca-Cola 600. The caution is thrown out, everybody pits, and we go
so
through
many
the whole
different ones.
restart period again that I just mentioned a bit ago. At the end of each stage, points are awarded to the top 10 finishers, along with a playoff point to the driver who's in the lead at the end of the stage. But we'll get to the playoff points in a little bit.
So there's 2 stages
So
to a race,
we've navigated
and
our
I'm
way
guessing
through
if
the
you're
race. We've
first at the
cautions,
end of both, you get
restarts,
2 championship
stages,
points.
and the inevitable big one if we're dealing with a super speedway. That just leaves us with one final piece of NASCAR oddity to deal with: the championship format. Worried about
The
how
crashes
audiences
are no
tend to
joke,
turn off
man.
after the championship is sealed, NASCAR introduced a system for the championship that guarantees that the title will be decided at the final race of the season. The first 26
I like that.
races
I like
of the
that.
season form the regular season, where drivers are trying to qualify for the playoffs. Quite simply, win a race and you are into the 16-car playoff field. So if we take the winners for the 2020
You just got to
regular
win
season,
a race.
you'll get this as your playoff field. But hang on, only 11 drivers won a race during the regular season. So what now? Well,
Is
the
this for
top
playoff
scoring
people
drivers
now,
for the
then?
season so far
Like
fill out any remaining places, and then your
wild
playoff
cards,
field
yeah.
is set. Now, only one of these 16 drivers can win the championship over the next 10 races.
Kurt Busch.
Once the field is set,
Bring
everybody's
back
points
Earnhardt.
are reset, and then any playoff points accumulated throughout the season are added in, which gives drivers who've already booked a spot in the playoffs right at the start of the season
makes
an
sense.
incentive to keep on pushing. The round of
Yeah,
16
to keep going,
lasts
yeah,
for
makes
3
sense.
races, and once again, you win a race and you advance to the next round, and then everybody else fights for points. After those
That
3
makes
races are up,
sense.
the bottom 4 are dumped out of the playoffs and can no longer win the championship. We repeat this after another 3 races, and then again, and so on, until 4 drivers are left ahead of the final race of the season. Whoever out
What
of these
a
4
really
drivers
good
finishes
idea.
highest up the order is your NASCAR Cup Series champion. Well, that kind of
That
just about
makes so
covers it
much
for
more
now.
sense now.
I hope you enjoyed our little stateside journey together.
Oh,
If you
is that
did,
it?
then give it a like, let me know. And in the comments, let me know if there's any other series that you would like to have a little beginner's guide to. And see you next time.
Goodbye, my friend. Right, let's talk about it, shall we? See, 10 minutes, 12 minutes in a video, and now I understand completely. Well, not completely, but I have a greater understanding. Now that I understand how the championships work, and how the point systems work, and how the races actually work, this actually seems like a really... I'll be honest, I was one of those people that were like, 500 laps, it's a circle, it doesn't seem very fun. Now, I think I'm going to start watching it. This and Formula E are very much on the forefront of what I'm looking at nowadays. So Formula E and NASCAR. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you've got anything to tell me, drop it down in the comments. If you want me to watch anything else, drop it down in the comments. Hope you're all great. Have a great day. Be well. Bye.